All right, give it to me.
The following contains offensive language and spoilers. Listener discretion is advised. Dun, 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 dun. That's all I know.
What is that? Shanice, I see you smile.
Sharice,
Is that song?
something like that. Yeah, something like that. Is that her name, Shanice or Sharice?
I can't remember. It was 90 something. I remember she was on. I remember she was on Family Matters. So I remember.
Okay, yeah.
Anyway,
I don't know the chorus or anything.
Okay. Like that's a random. Anyway, welcome back to Comic Book Bullies with Noticing Bully. Me host Leroy, aka Agamemnon's Helmet, with my co-host.
Yeah, this is Eli, aka Dagobah Dumpling.
There you go. More Star Wars food analogies, and we also got to give a shout out to our third co-host, the AI, the Doombot, because they are here if nobody else is here.
Yes.
Yep. And yes, we're gonna jump into it. And as you see, and as we see, it's like a weird echo. You hear that echo? I don't know. We'll deal with it. Okay. Either way, we're good for it. So, like I said, if you're here, we are going to talk about the Odyssey. Well, I'm going to talk about the Odyssey. I'm going to not do a whole deep dive of it. Going to kind of hit the points where we need to go to and try to hit some other stuff because we actually got a long podcast. We're going to talk about it. But before we do that, Eli, I'm going to do a little Odyssey Easter egg before we jump into it. Let me see if I can give it to you. Because here's the thing. I didn't realize that this was a thing. Okay. So remember this logo. Let me see if I can pull it up. I can pull it up right here. This logo right here. And then pull up. There we go. That logo.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, what is that?
That's from the Odyssey.
No, that's a film studio. What is it? TC? I don't know what
it's from the Odyssey. I'm going to play it one more time. Hopefully I don't get flagged. But yeah. It's from, that's a point in the Odyssey where Odysseus comes back and he has to shoot 12 arrows and then hit the thing right there.
Okay. But what studio is that?
TSG?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. But I saw that. I was like, oh shit. Because that scene is in the movie.
Okay.
I was like, oh fuck, I didn't know that shit. So okay, they give you like history lessons and stuff like that. So yeah, but now before we go into it, let's get into your favorite part of the podcast.
Oh yeah.
You know where we're going. We've been doing it for a while. Give it to me, Eli. What is the number one movie of the week?
Is it the Nolan flick?
It is the Nolan flick. Beating everything.
Look at that.
It is killing at the box office right now. Remember what they said? Go woke, go broke. I guess they didn't get the memo. So like that. Yeah.
Real cinema.
Real cinema. And other movies are just there. Whatever like that. Doesn't really matter. Stuff like that. To put in perspective how much the Odyssey is killing right now, it's actually I think I heard it's the highest grossing opening weekend of Christopher Nolan's history. It's his biggest opening weekend. I think it's the highest grossing live action movie opening weekend this year already. And I think they're saying it's the highest grossing R-rated movie that didn't have Deadpool in it also. So it's kind of killing right now. This is a gangbuster. Here's the thing, Eli. When I went to see the movie, I was just thinking, okay, I just get my tickets and I want to. Every ticket I tried to get to was sold out.
Oh wow! Oh,
it's and when I was
taking it back to the days of Endgame and shit. Huh?
Yeah, I was like, what the hell is this, man? I can't find a ticket. I can't get a seat. So yeah, there was like that. So I know, okay, this movie is gonna be huge right now. I can tell like that. Then when I got in the seat, guess what, Eli? The only black person in the theater. But that's okay. Yeah, I was like, am I seeing the Odyssey or Get Out? What am I on? So so yeah, that's going on right now. So yeah. So can I give you some history on the, you know, like I said, Eli, we got to do our history stuff like that before we jump into it. I know we do comic book lore stuff like that, but we got to do the Odyssey also.
Well, this is the OG lore.
This is the OG lore. Here's my thing. This is why we finna deep dive into this bad boy. Because remember how we kept talking about how superheroes, like everyone don't make shit about superhero movies anymore, and they're kind of like on the fridge stuff like that. Yeah, I see a superhero movie. I don't give a fuck what nobody saying.
Oh, it's an elevated superhero.
It's an elevated superhero movie because Christopher Nolan said that he was making it. He was in the mind frame of superhero movies. That's what he was making. Because the thing is, when we talk about superhero movies, like they've been around before comic books. Like if you want to talk about all Greek mythology and stuff like that. And those are superhero. Hercules is a superhero.
Yeah, Perseus.
Yeah. And comic books, the one we are right now, take from that.
Oh, yeah. Shit,
like
Hercules is in Marvel.
Hercules in Marvel, yes. There are other superhero villains in this movie that originated in this movie that I'll get to it in a second. Also, like I said, storyline that just came from where a guy goes to war and loses his way and is lost for decades. And when he finally comes back home, it's nothing like he was before. What does that sound like? Oh shit, not him.
The Punisher?
I fucked it up. Yeah. Captain America.
Oh, Captain. Oh, yeah. I guess
that's
that
easily the Odyssey. Yeah, that means it's easily the Odyssey right there. Yeah. So the thing is, like we talk about it now. Eli, first before we go to it, are you familiar with Odyssey at all? Did you read it in high school?
It's like we had to read it in high school. There's been so many movies about it, we had it. Wasn't there a TV movie? Was it Armand Assante?
Yep.
Was it a TV movie?
You saw that? I saw that when it came. I saw it when it came out.
Yeah. My brother loved that shit. We actually had it on VHS, and he watched it all the time.
That shit was awesome, man. Yeah, I love that shit.
That was his.
It was like it was a mini series. So it was like nights when it came or something like that. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
Kind of hard. I don't think you get your hands on it right now, but it's kind of hard to get your hands on. But yeah,
we might have it somewhere. I mean, it might be floating around somewhere.
Yeah. So also talking about the Odyssey, we're going to go for that. For those who don't know, the Odyssey is a sequel. This is not the first part of a movie. This was an adaptation. Well, not an adaptation. It was a sequel in a long line of storylines. It was made by the poet Homer, of course. Mm-hmm. And the movie, the storyline before this was the Iliad. Mm-hmm. Now, for those who don't know what the Iliad is, that's the story of that's the main character of that story was Achilles, and that was adapted from Troy. So if you want to do like a double feature type deal, you can do Troy and this movie. Kind of connect, but not connect, but kind of a little bit, but like that. Sure. If you want to, unless you can think of a better adaptation of the Iliad, Yeah. That's the most famous one everybody kind of knows about.
Brother, we're out thou. Isn't that like
Brother, we're out thou? That's an adaptation of the Odyssey. So instead of the Cyclops, you had John Goodman with an eye patch.
With an eye patch.
Yeah. Kind of the same thing, but not the same thing. But yeah. So yes, Brother, where art thou is an adaptation of the Odyssey also. Like straight up, they just didn't even pretend like it wasn't. But the thing about the Odyssey and the Iliad is that the Odyssey isn't a direct sequel to the Iliad. The thing is, Homer actually wrote the Trojan War poem in 8 parts. Oh, yeah. So the Iliad, I'm trying to see, I'm not going to show you the numbers like that. The Iliad was part 2 of the 8-part thing he was going to do. And the Odyssey was part 7 of it. The thing is that it got lost in time. The only thing that survived was those 2 poems and stuff like that.
Oh, because it was word of mouth. It was orally.
Yes, and that's what I want you to talk about right there, because we keep talking about epics, but this is what epics are. So the Iliad and Oppenheimer.
Odyssey.
The Odyssey are epics. And what an epic is a long form story based poem. That's what an epic is. Mm-hmm. And that's what it's going to go. Oh, it's epic because like that. Because the thing is, the original poem, when they said it, it rhymed. It was in stanzas, stuff like that. Why? Because it was easy for them to remember. They didn't write this down.
No.
They just went somewhere, they told the story, and then of course you got passed down, something like that. So, and that's why, the story is probably, more exaggerated was before than had originally had it, because that's it. Because we don't know how much of this is true and how much of this isn't true. We like, oh, he just made all this shit up, stuff like that. But then based on what he said in the poem, they found the city of Troy. Mm-hmm. So how much of this is true, how much is not true, we don't know like that. So I thought that was pretty interesting on there. So yeah, so this is an epic adaptation. It's been adapted several times. And Christopher Nolan is the latest adaptation of the Odyssey. And the funny thing about it is that when you watch this movie, this is Christopher Nolan's interpretation of this story. Because I wrote a story on this back in high school. I mean, I wrote a paper back this on in high school. My interpretation of the Odyssey is completely different from this. I'm not saying I would make a better movie than Christopher Nolan. Maybe I would. I don't know. But I'm just saying.
I bet you would.
Thank you, Eli. I'm glad you have so much faith in me.
I would probably rather watch your movie than
I had like blood and titties and shit.
Hell yeah. Sold. Take my money.
Right. I cast myself as Odysseus. Oh shoot. So hold on, let me see what we got here. Yeah. So what else we got on the story? So let's just get to the story. Like I said, for those who know about this, damn, I completely fucked this up. Eli, filibuster for a second while I set this up.
Okay, yeah. Leroy's.
What do you know about that? Or you talk about the miniseries, the thing?
I mean, it's basically one of the first fairy tales. Basically, the hero's journey. Everything pretty much derives from this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the hero's journey. Yeah, hero tales, and going on quests to do whatever, and fighting monsters, and sea monsters, and witches, and magic, and giant things, and sirens, and yeah, it's kind of one of the first stories, like Lord of the Rings. One of those,
very much like Lord of the Rings. Yeah, it had a lot going on in that. So
yeah. So yeah, it's one of the very first tales that are like that, and that have pretty much influenced every other story. Almost,
right. Like I said, because the Odyssey has been ripped off so many times, and they just because right now it's in public domain, so you can kind of just do whatever you want to do. Yeah. All right. So finally got it figured out. So let's go to here. So let me break down the storyline of the Odyssey for those that don't know what the Odyssey is. So yeah. Let's blow this bad boy up. Yeah. Let's see if we can get that here. Oh no, too much right here. All right. So the storyline. Batman is trying to bang Catwoman. So Catwoman sends her son Spider-Man to the island where the king is the Punisher, because he's trying to find out the information on his dad, Jason Bourne, because he hadn't seen his dad in 20 years. So he's trying to get him to claim the throne back before, Batwoman became his mom. But the thing is, Jason Bourne can't come home because he pissed off the gods. And now he has MJ as his spirit guide trying to get him home. Yeah. So, and also it's, let's see. I fucked it up. It was also by Travis Scott. He's telling the story. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's actually like the best part of the story. Remember, I was worried about how that was going to work out. That was like the best part of the movie. That's the part that stuck with me in the movie. Here's the Eli. When the movie starts up, the very first thing you see is Travis Scott. That's it.
Oh, yeah? Is he narrating it or something?
Yes.
Is he rhyming it and shit?
Kind of, but not really. He's like in a rhythmic rhyme, not rhyming, but it's like in a. It's weird.
See, you would make a better one.
I'm just saying that's how he started the story off. So just like what and it was like he was about to start rhyming, but then they like Anne Hathaway just popped out nowhere to stop him. Like no, it was about to get good. But shit.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
The roof is on fire.
Like, okay, he's about to start rapping the whole song, but not like that. Yeah. So it's told through, he's basically the bard, if that makes any sense. The storyteller.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so that's his role in the story.
Hip,
so
hop, the hip, hip, hop.
And that's what Christopher Nolan was trying to do, because he said like the way these stories were passed down as epics, because they were told audio and because you had to come to them. That's basically, if you were to do this in today's term, the rappers would be the bards of today's time.
There you go. Yeah.
That's why he has Travis Scott in there. So I'm like, okay, Christopher Nolan, I see you.
So Homer was throwing a block party.
Basically, yeah. Other things going on to see. Now, okay, let's get to the movie. Let's talk about the movie. What is going on with this movie? Now, in my opinion, let's just talk about the movie. I think this is Christopher Nolan's most ambitious movie. I think it's his biggest movie. Also, I think that this is the prettiest movie I've seen. I don't know, either this year or ever.
Just this is the movie that the director that wins an Oscar gets to make after they won their Oscar. This is I can do whatever the fuck I want movie.
Oh, this is a blank check movie. Eli, the money is on screen. I saw this in IMAX 70 millimeter, whatever like that. The money is on the screen.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this like, this is beautiful. This is amazing. Like, you just look at it. It's just amazing.
Yeah, you can always tell when they had the blank check movies, like Peter Jackson's King Kong after he did Lord of the Rings. Here, you can do your own King Kong, and
right.
Everyone, they all get to do their I can do whatever I want movies after they win that Oscar.
And either the best thing about this movie or the worst thing about this movie is that everybody in this movie is like a big name actor.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you're playing just a bullshit role, like for 2 seconds, you're like somebody just walked past the screen. You're like, wait a minute, is that Mia Goth? And she shouldn't even speak. She's just there. Like, what the fuck? So it's either like the best thing about the movie or throws you out the movie, but everybody's in it because you know who they are. Even if you don't remember the character, like the character's name, you remember that character.
She's just woman dog walker.
Right. Like, what the hell is Mia Goth doing in this movie? It's just like she's just
just walking her dog across the street.
Yeah, it's just and like everybody in the movie was like that. Everybody was somebody you seen from somewhere that was like, okay, was a lead actor in the thing that just pop up as a cameo in the Christopher Nolan movie. Just like
Tom Cruise as extra number 3.
Right. Just waving in the background. It's like, what is he doing here? You know? So you get that, but it's awesome.
Nicolas Cage as man 2.
Man, right. Waiter or some shit.
Yeah.
Other thing going on in this movie, like I said, I'll be honest with you, the Oscar season, they're gonna throw everything at this movie, Eli. This movie's gonna rack the fuck up. I'm telling you right now.
Well, Christopher Nolan is one of those auteurs,
right?
One of the last ones we got that, that totally love the movie making progress process and how movies are presented. He's a very much a cinematic artist who, cares about shooting on film and doesn't want people watching shit on their phones. And
Eli, there's no CGI in this movie.
Yeah.
That's what people keep telling. That was like I keep hearing. I was like, that's impossible. That is fucking impossible. There's a fucking Cyclops in the movie, a giant Cyclops. And
how do they do? Yeah, so they old school camera tricks. They don't make them like they used to. Like they don't make them like and he's one of the few that we have now. I know there's what's that, the Eggers guy who's kind of like that now.
Eli, there's a giant kaiju in the movie.
Oh yeah.
How did he do no CGI?
Probably perspective, I bet.
I guess, but it's just like, how?
That's what Peter Jackson did. To make the hobbits look small and it was all perspective and shit.
Yeah, but you can feel like when they're on the water and like it's not green screen like that. No, they're in the water splashing. You can see a dolphin, diving in the water, shit like that. Like that's not CGI. They didn't do that. So they're there.
They're probably really on the ocean.
They were really on the ocean. Yeah, they filmed this shit like that. So this is like, how the hell did he make this with no CGI? You got that's why I say it's a superhero movie. He is fighting Cyclopses, giants, sirens. There are zombies in this movie, witches. Cool. He's fighting the gods. All this stuff to get back home, so like that. He threw all this crazy shit, but they're doing it. And I want to say this: Matt Damon, Oscar goes to Matt Damon's arms. Now, I'm a straight guy. I'm heterosexual. I'm just saying, he was swole as fuck in this movie, Eli. They're like, okay, that's impressive right there, because he was killing. He had presence in this movie and stuff like that. Your boy Tom Holland. Oh, yeah. We didn't give him some more credit, Eli. He can actually act. So he was actually pretty good in it.
Well, isn't he actually British?
Yes.
Or Australian? He's got an accent.
No, he's British. He is British. London, all that shit. So
yeah. So that Spider, he's not talking with the Queen accent, the Queen's New York accent.
No, everybody's talking American in this movie. Like,
but I'm talking about when he does Spider-Man.
Yeah,
I'm talking about when Tom Holland does Spider-Man. He's doing an American accent.
He's doing an American accent. He's doing the same accent.
Yeah.
He didn't say. That's what I'm saying. Nobody, like in Troy, everybody was talking like Brad Pitt doing a British accent like that. No, everybody's just, just like, I gotta find my dad. Let's go. So everybody's talking like they're from America in this, So it's just like whatever. It's man.
They had no problem with that and shit. No one.
Right, they had no problem with that. So yeah. What else we got? Anne Hathaway. She killed all us like that. That's what she does. Trying to think who else on there. You know who impressed me in this movie that probably is not going to get nominated for the actor also?
Yeah.
Robert Pattinson.
Well, he's good.
He's good. This might be my favorite role he's done so far.
Oh, yeah?
He is like a slimy piece of shit in this movie. And I was like, wow. I didn't expect Batman to play some shit like that. So, yeah, he's like the most cowardly, slimy, piece of shit. Anytime you come on screen, you're just like, oh, this guy again. You hate him. That's why he's so good.
What's that movie? Good Time? Where he played a piece of shit in that movie.
Oh, did he? Okay. So he's just good at playing pieces of shit. So
he's just a good actor. And
I didn't know he was that good at playing roles like that. That's the thing. So
Well, then he's Batman, where he turned Bruce Wayne into a creepy incel fucking
right. So I guess that's what he's made for. I guess what he's good at. So yeah. Trying to think what else. Yeah, like I said, beautiful movie. Got stars left and right. And here's the thing: the movie is actually straightforward. Like I said, you've seen the Odyssey. I've seen the Odyssey. I did a paper on the Odyssey. As far as the bare bones, what you know of the Odyssey, all of it is there. You know, Cyclops, the nymphs, the Callisto, Circe, all the people like that, they're all there. So it's like, okay, that's pretty cool right there. Oh, but the thing is, I'm thinking of is shoot, my fault. Kind of get distracted. I don't know. I lost my train of thought. I was gonna say with Calypso, yeah. I don't know where I was going with that. Oh yeah, Circe, what her name is? Circe, the witch, and all stuff like that. So they had all these people. The beats play exactly what you want to. And the thing is, okay, so it doesn't like nobody shows with a machine gun at the end of the movie, anything like that. Like it's exactly what you expect. So like, okay, that's cool. The thing is, it's Nolan's take on it. Because the first thing you're gonna say is, oh, you can't do you can't spoil this movie because it's 3,000 years old, so like that. But technically, you can spoil the movie. Eli's okay if I spoil the movie for you?
Good.
Okay. I'm gonna spoil the movie for everybody else also. Before I get that, I just want to say something like that. Like I said, when we talk about it's a superhero movie, like Circe is in this movie. And Circe, if you read the Odyssey story, you know what she does. She like turned them into pigs, stuff like that. But Circe is also a Wonder Woman villain.
Yeah, she's Wonder Woman's mom and absolute Wonder Woman.
Yeah. Oh, is she? Yeah. Keep in mind, this is the same Circe. They said it. You know, like the Odyssey basically telling one of her stories like that. So, like I said, he's fighting Wonder Woman villains. He's fighting Cyclops, giants, stuff like that. So I don't care what you say. This classifies as a superhero movie. It is. Yeah. What else we got here? Let's see. Oh, but like I said, it's Christopher Nolan's take on it. You know, like I said, because he's throwing in different things on it. So the ending of the movie kind of threw me off. And I'm going to spoil the ending for this 3,000-year-old story you had here. Okay. So, and this is a controversial casting right here also, but I'm going to see if I can throw it up here. So you got Zendaya as Athena, right? So Zendaya is playing Athena, or is she? She might not be playing Athena.
Oh, yeah?
Because it's the thing that there's a third act where they throw it at you. I'm sorry, I'm going to spoil some stuff for you. We'll throw it at you where when they sacked when the fall of Troy, they had the fall of Troy in this movie like that, and they raid Troy, stuff like that, and one of his men get her that that like a priestess look like that's playing Zendaya, and they chop her head off. So he's haunted by that the whole time. So it might not be Athena, it might be the manifestation of his PTSD. And he's hallucinating the whole time. But the movie doesn't tell you what it is. Is she a goddess, or is she just in his head? We don't know. Like I said, this is Christopher Nolan. You know how he does. He don't flat out tell you everything that's going on. He throw you the piece on there. It's up to you to figure it out. Yeah. Like I said, like ending up
the little dreidel spinning, or
the little dreidel in Inception. We don't know. Did Batman die in Dark Knight Rises?
Oh yeah.
All it is like, and this is also like that. Was the gods interfering with what he was doing, or was it just in his head? Was it just his guilt talking to him? You got people already online battling, what's what and who's stuff like that.
You piece of shit! What the fuck do you know?
And yes, they are arguing over it. Why are y'all arguing over this? What, Eli? Did we forget how to watch movies in the last 10 years?
Yeah, we have.
We forgot how to watch movies in the last 10 years. We accepted this. We know what Christopher Nolan did. That he would throw some shit at the end of it, not really tell you what's going on, and we kind of debate on did it happen or did it not happen? Yeah. And it's kind of up your interpretation on what happened. And now we don't know how to interpret things.
Yeah, that's the point.
Yeah. We want everything spelled out for us right there, spoon-fed to us. And now you got people actually arguing over the ending of this movie. Like, it's whatever you want it to be. It's whatever you believe it to be.
The Odyssey explained,
Right.
Yeah, all these YouTube videos coming out with, spoon-feeding people, how to think.
Right. Like, that's not how you watch movies, man. Some stuff is up for interpretation. This entire story, the Odyssey, is up for interpretation. Like, just the way Christopher Nolan did doesn't mean the same way he's going to do it. Like, for instance, this whole movie is really about PTSD. Okay. I'll break it down to you. Now, maybe that's not what Homer really intended for, but that's what this movie is. The point is, because Odysseus was the one.
It's how you interpret it.
Or whoever, or you might interpret it some different. That's how. Yeah. No. I mean, the movie is straight up about PTSD, but I'm not saying that's what the original story is. The whole point of the movie is that Odysseus was the one that came with the plan, for the Trojan horse to sneak it in there, and then that's how they beat the fall of Troy. And they praise him as some, hero and legend, and Travis Scott danced all over the table and shit like that, rapping about how great he is, shit like that. But when you see it from Odysseus' perspective, it's fucked up. It's war. They're raging and pillaging and burning down the town to fall. And he's seeing women and children get their heads chopped off, shit like that. And it's fucking with his, and basically subconsciously, he doesn't want to go home because he don't want to face his family on what he did. And it was like, oh, so part of why he can't go home is up to him. Like,
yeah.
But that wasn't my interpretation of the original story. That I won't say original because I wasn't there when Homer made the shit. But from what I read, it wasn't about PTSD. It was about he was just arrogant, and basically he was just a deadbeat dad. Basically, he just wanted to. I don't want to be home. I want to be on the sea, doing adventures, warriors, spreading my legs like that. Because, like I said, at the end, spoilers for everybody that haven't read the story. The moment he got home and did what he had to do, he left again. End of the story. So like I said, my interpretation of it, he was a deadbeat dad, but Christopher Nolan's interpretation of it, that he was, a guilt-ridden PTSD war veteran that couldn't face his family when he went home, because of the atrocities that he committed and things like that. So
yeah,
different things. I think I talked way longer in this movie than I should have, and I probably missed some stuff, but that's okay. We're gonna get to it. Point is, I like this movie.
Okay, I was about to say, did you like it?
I like the movie. But like I said, it's one of those things where I knew, like I said, I'm familiar with the story. So going in, I'm cool with it. I have no problem with it. But we go to it. I do have to talk about some of the things. Can we talk about the casting choices?
Might as well.
Okay. Can I be against the casting choices?
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know you didn't think I was gonna go that way. So yeah. Like I said, there are some casting choices that people have been upset about it. Some people kind of boycotting, but I mean, how can they boycott when it's the biggest movie Christopher Nolan ever had? So good job on that boycott,
Yeah.
But the thing is, when you start,
showed them
right, he can't hear you over all the money he's making. But yeah. But the thing about this movie is that when you start doing race changes like that, you change the tone of the movie, because now you're falling into tropes and things like that. Excuse me. For instance, what's the name? Iliad Page. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Iliad Page. For those that saying he was playing Achilles, he's not. He's not playing Achilles. Playing another character, wasn't even in the original character, but he was like in one of the other adaptations like that. But here's the thing. He died like 5 minutes into the movie.
Oh.
So yeah. So that's the thing. Like, everybody's tripping on these characters, like Zendaya, Lupita, Iliad Page. They're like combined, like make up like 5 minutes of the movie, of a 3-hour movie.
Yeah.
So they're like barely in it and stuff like that.
So they're overreacting as usual. Like, oh.
That's what they do. But the thing is, when you do stuff like that, and you kind of marginalizing, the people in the movie. Because the thing is, okay, you got Iliad Page that dies in 5 minutes. Now you're playing in the tropes. Bury your gays. That's a trope.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because you know how black people always die in horror movies?
Well, it's like,
gay people die in every movie.
Yeah, so, and like, here we go with fucking Adam Beach and Suicide Squad.
Mm-hmm.
On the poster, native Twitter and everything, all hyped to finally see a native in a superhero flick, and he was in it for like 90 seconds. He died.
And I feel like this is that also.
Yeah.
Nobody else is complaining about that, but that's what I feel like. Now let's talk about Zendaya. Now Zendaya is, like I said, she's playing a spirit guy that's helping this guy go find whatever he wants to, like that. And you know what trope that plays into?
Oh yeah,
magical Negro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because the thing
shaman,
is, because she doesn't do anything except just help the white guy.
Yeah,
and plus she gets killed off. So that's like magical Negro trope number one.
Yeah.
Yeah. She doesn't do anything, doesn't have any agency, barely only existence to help him right like that. So it plays right to the trope. You leave Athena white, not a problem. You leave Elliot Page, not LGBT or cis male, not a problem. But when you change these things, you play into these tropes. Now you got to deal with these tropes.
Yeah.
So that's my thing right there. So,
and I it was funny. I don't know if you saw it, but I was just kind of trolling Christopher Nolan.
Bars, Travis Scott.
Yeah, yeah. Just about how about all the outrage over his new Odyssey movie being too woke, and I was like, well, if you kind of look at his movies, they're all kind of authoritarian tones, and Batman is a fascist, is like pretty much a fascist, is his Dark Knight trilogy, and what did I say? Dunkirk is about how is convincing pacifists to go to war. Interstellar is about white folks colonizing the galaxy.
Now, let's be honest with you, Eli. We've seen a bunch of Christopher Nolan movies. He don't have black people in his movies.
Yeah,
or is it all white?
And except in Tenet, where he didn't have a name.
Except he didn't have a name. Or when he had Morgan Freeman, he's another magical Negro.
Yeah,
and that's it. So what's the difference between this movie and every other movie he's made before? And I did some research, Eli. You might not like what I found.
Okay. Or it might be what I was talking shit about.
I don't know, Eli. I don't know. We might be saying I'm playing both sides of the fence. Because the thing is, like I said, Christopher Nolan all of a sudden has a lot of brown and black people in his movie. When he has more brown and black people in this movie than he's ever had in all his movies combined.
So, and they all die.
And they get killed off, and walk around the spirit and be like 5 minutes, stuff like that. So yeah, Lupita's killed off screen twice. So the thing is, I'm hearing something, Eli. I don't know how true this is, but I think I just Googled this on ChatGPT or Google or something, or actually Google. I'll just show you to it. So this is what I'm hearing. In 2024, the Academy Awards passed a ruling. You have to meet certain diversity requirements in order to get nominated for an Academy Award.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I didn't go through the whole list about what it is like that. Like I said, I'm on Google right now looking at this, and ChatGPT is like verified stuff like that. But there are certain requirements you have to meet: LGBT, black or brown, disabled, yada yada yada, something like that. You got to meet those requirements. So yeah. So you just make a movie with number of white people, you might not get nominated.
Okay.
So that's what's going on right there. So they have to. That's why you got these people in the movie. Like, okay, I gotta check. I literally have to check boxes.
Don't say that. You're sounding like that.
I forgot. I can't say that. My fault. You're right.
But it was funny because I said, well, the Odyssey is basically about a white guy who uses a bunch of minorities to help him get back home.
And that's the thing. That's what we're talking about. You have all these people when they start.
Can you drive? Yeah, driving Miss Daisy.
Right. And they all get killed off. That's what I'm saying.
So I'm saying you're talking about it being woke, and it's actually the themes. Like I was saying, The Dark Knight Rises.
Right.
It's basically about how protesting is a farce. Like Bane comes in and tells everyone to protest, people to rise up, when he was basically just trying to get laid.
Yeah, just giving them false hope. That's it. So,
the Wayne family was gentrifying Gotham in those movies, and then Batman uses that illegal surveillance equipment to save the day. And this came out post 9/11, like right after 9/11,
right? The Patriot Act, right around there. So
Homeland Security was a new thing. Okay, you know how we saved the day? Let's put everybody under surveillance.
Right,
which is now coming back now. So it's like I said, Batman is pretty much a fascist in those movies.
Right.
And of course, his big Oscar winner is about the guy who created the atomic bomb and let's, strive for world peace by mass destruction.
Right.
So.
But at the same time, there's a common theme between all those movies, between Christopher Nolan's protagonists. We can talk about Odysseus, Oppenheimer, and Batman. They all kind of. Basically, what it is, all three of those guys had a noble idea. They came out to change the world. That's what they did. Mm-hmm. And the worst thing they did is change the world. They did exactly what they set out to do. They were too good at their job.
Yeah.
So now they have to deal with the world that they changed and the ramifications of it. And all three of them are dealing with the PTSD of what they did to change it.
So, yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of like Nolan's just telling the same story over and over again. So
yeah, I just think it was funny. Like all these, oh, this is woke. I'm like, actually, it's really not.
Right. Like I said, he rarely has black and brown people in his movies. So it's just like, okay, so how are we gonna talk about he's woke?
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, Christopher Nolan, do not think he's some kind of ally. I don't think he's an ally in this.
He just likes making movies.
He just likes making movies,
big, giant, expensive movies.
Right, and he wants to win an Oscar, so he has to check these boxes. So let's just get such and such, such and such, boom, 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 gonna be done with it.
Yeah.
So that's my thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think the movie looks pretty. I mean, I'm you know me. I'm not the biggest Christopher Nolan fan.
Mm-hmm.
Over the years, we've realized this. I did see the trailer to this. I thought it looked pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and I'll probably eventually see it sometime. But yeah, I'm not the biggest. I think he tends to put technique and scope over emotional investment. Like it's hard to care about characters in his movies,
Yeah.
And when his movies are 3 hours long, that's a long time to not give a fuck about who's on screen.
Yeah, because a lot of times they don't feel like characters; they just feel like archetypes or soundboards that he's talking through, like specifically him.
And so that's why I'm not a big fan. I find myself, even with the Batman movies, I was like, they're hard to be. I found myself hard to get engaged with anybody because it is. I mean, yeah, it looks awesome, and the technical, the technique, the filming technique is all on screen and it looks amazing, and yeah, it's cool to see. But like, damn, I don't really care about it that much.
And that's the thing. I feel like that some of this movie is kind of soulless, too mechanical.
Yeah, like all technique.
His action scenes still suck.
Yeah,
so
all technique and no feeling.
Yeah, like all the action scenes still suck. So don't expect expect the same.
That was my biggest thing. Yes, sorry, but that was my biggest complaint about the Batman movies. It's like you couldn't see Batman kick ass. Like,
right. Like, where's the fight choreography?
Yeah.
So you saying you like Zack Snyder's Batman scenes better?
I did like those Batman.
Oh, you're not allowed to say that. Not allowed to say that. Okay.
Yeah, that 2 minutes of that movie.
I'll give you that. Touche. Okay. So yeah, that's my thing. So good things, bad things about the movie. Overall, I liked it. I enjoyed it. I think I liked it better now than I did walking out of the theater, because after I let it sit with me and just sit with, like, some scenes sit with me. The soundtrack sits with me. Lou Whit Goranson, the same guy that did Mandalorian and Grogu, did the soundtrack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
he doesn't have Hans Zimmer anymore.
He stopped using Hans Zimmer back in Tenet, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. So Oppenheimer, I think that was all Lou Whit Goranson. So I think Hans Zimmer retired.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He did one of the Call of Duty soundtracks on the video game.
Hans Zimmer or Ludo?
Yes, Hans Zimmer.
Oh, okay.
Modern Warfare 2, it's him. I like this music is way too epic for this video game. Who made this shit? Don't look at that. Hans Zimmer, the fuck? Okay. So yeah, that's what I got there. So I'm gonna slap a score on it. My score is actually raised higher than it was when I first watched it. I'm gonna give it a 4.5.
So you saw it in IMAX?
Hell yeah.
Didn't you say you didn't have any IMAX? Did you have to drive like far to go see it?
They have an IMAX theater here. They finally put one here like a few years ago.
Okay, because I remember you saying you don't have IMAX, but I've heard stories about
when we first started this podcast. We didn't.
Okay, because I've heard stories
many years ago,
where people are driving like hours to go to like the best theater possible to see this flick.
Hey,
because
man,
it was all shot. I heard it was all shot.
This is the first movie shot 100% IMAX. The first movie.
Yeah, and you know how long those film stocks are, or how long? You got like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So just imagine that. Imagine only having 3 minutes per roll to shoot a scene.
Right. They did it.
That's a pain in the ass.
They did it. I mean,
they were on the ocean.
Yes.
So that I mean, I'll give it to him just for that achievement.
And that's what I'm saying. Like technically, like I said, this is the prettiest movie I've ever seen. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Like I said, they don't make them like this anymore.
Yeah.
And on IMAX, shoot it all on IMAX, that's got to be the biggest. But like I said, it's his blank check movie. I'm sure he had cases
and he doesn't use any CGI, and you can feel it that they're there. That's the thing. Like it's different from you watching movies on screen and shit like that. It's different from Supergirl. She's flying around.
Big those fucking IMAX cameras are.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So, like I said, the money is on screen. It's there. So technicality alone, it's a 4.5. Like I said, it is 3 hours long. You got to sit through some. Okay. And now, like I said, I like Tom Holland. I do feel like he was the worst part of this movie, but I liked him because everybody else was acting. Everybody else was acting their ass off, and he was a little bit too Spider-Man for me. That's all. But I still liked him. Like John Leguizamo, like he might get an Oscar for this movie. That's what I'm saying. So,
He's in this movie too?
Yes.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Everybody's in this movie. Shit. But yeah, 4.5 out of 5. I liked it. I recommend it in IMAX. If you don't see it in IMAX, I don't know. 3 hours might be a little bit too taxing. But if you want to see it in IMAX, definitely it's a feast for the eyes. So yeah.
And that's what he does. That's pretty much what Christopher Nolan wants. Is that experience. He wants the cinematic experience.
Yeah. Like I said, if you don't want to spend the money for that, I don't know. If you want to just not get in IMAX, I don't know. You might want to just wait. I don't know. That's what I feel like. If you try to watch it at home on HBO or Peacock, you be like, well, Leroy, you told me this movie was great. This movie sucks. Hey, that's on you. You should you might not get the same experience. So yeah. But yeah, can we move on to the next part of the podcast?
Sure.
Okay. Oh no, I should have. Okay. So the next part we're gonna talk about is X-Men 97. I did watch it, but since I talked so much about, whatever we just talked about, I'm gonna let Eli take over because I feel like this episode is right up his alley. So go ahead, Eli. What you think about this episode? Because a lot of people said this episode sucked.
Really?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They said it was a filler episode.
I guess you can say. I mean, it did take a detour from the whole apocalypse thing that was going in the Cable shit.
Right.
This was basically, yes, Wolverine getting his adamantium shit back.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like a little side quest of an episode. But I had fun with it. Yeah, this was about the Brood. They go to the Weapon X facility with his old squad. Do they have a name? Does this team have a name?
Team X. Well, They were Team X in the comics. So.
Okay, yeah. He gets his old comrades back together, basically villains, to go and he told them they were going to go get one thing. I can't remember what they were supposed to do, but it was basically they were supposed
to go there and just shut the place down. That's all.
Yeah, but it was a ruse. It was basically he was using them to get him in there so he can get his adamantium back.
Yeah.
And when they get there, they find the place is infested by the Brood, which is that alien species that can infect people and shapeshift people, and they're like
right here. Now here's the thing. And I didn't know this. I didn't realize this. The Brood were not in the old cartoon.
Okay.
Yeah, because they said they were too scared for a kids cartoon.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So they had a version. They had something kind of like the Brood, but not the Brood. But they were kind of like cute and cuddly and green and talking shit like that, called Kylie and stuff like that. But it wasn't like these motherfuckers,
Yeah.
So now since X-Men 97 can go a little bit harder, they can finally have the Brood like they're supposed to be.
Yeah, and it was cool. Like it was like brutal. Like they were chopping them up, and when Wolverine finally got his adamantium back, he's like slicing them and like basically dismembering them and shit. Right. I thought it was pretty cool. Lady Deathstrike like ripping them apart and shit. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun, and there is actually a scene when Wolverine gets infected with the Brood, and it's basically a callback to the X-Men comic, X-Men 234.
Yep.
Which is one of my favorite comic book covers of all time. Mark Silvestri, Wolverine looking gnarly as fuck. I love that fucking image.
They have that exact same panel in it. It was actually a few panels they took from the comic that they snuck in here. So yeah, like what Wolverine and Sabretooth doing the Mutant Massacre comic. They had that in there, but yeah, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it's basically they go to this facility. It's infected with monsters. They fight the monsters. Wolverine gets his adamantium back on his skeleton, and then he kicks ass. And then of course Omega Red breaks free, and he fights Omega Red. And then they escape this facility, blow it up, and boom, and escape and live happily ever after. Well, not happily, but they escape.
The ones that live, but yeah.
But yeah, it was. I thought it was. I quite enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty cool. Just to see the Brood, and yeah, see that comic book cover or a reference to that comic book cover. I enjoyed
it. Yeah. I liked it because I thought it was a good character study on Wolverine.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the thing is about Wolverine is that we always look at Wolverine as like he's the hero, he's the badass, he can't be stopped, nothing like that. This thing kind of painted him as a piece of shit.
Well, how he is in the comics, he's that.
How he was in the '90s comics.
Yeah, the conflicted, anti-hero, kind of trying to be more human and not the animal.
Right. But like I said, that's how Wolverine was characterized, like in the 70s, 80s, 90s. Not so much nowadays. Nowadays, he's just a hero. Teaching kids and shit like that, running the school. Basically, he's what Professor X number 2 is like that. All the kids look like he's a teacher, stuff like that. But they had to kind of like hero him up because he became. I feel like he became too popular. Like after the X-Men movie, Hugh Jackman and basically like that. Okay, we gotta shave off the rough feathers on Wolverine. He can't be the complete dickhead asshole he was back in the 90s, even though being a dickhead asshole is what made him popular in the first place.
Yeah.
But now we're trying to save him to the mainstream. We got to make him more of a hero. So they did in the movies first. And now in the comics, he's just that. He's an Avenger and all this shit like that. Not, like the asshole he was before. So it's felt like a throwback to the asshole that he was back in the 80s and 90s. And I wasn't used to that because we hadn't seen that in a while.
Yeah.
So I thought it was pretty interesting where he's conflicted about, being human and a man and, being loyal to his friends like that because he didn't give a shit. He literally hired all these guys to just be bodies to throw at whatever he was going to go there. He didn't give a fuck whether any of them live or die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Morph, that whole thing with Morph, basically, that story Lady Deathstrike told him about the fox or whatever that was like a companion to a samurai or whatever and followed him and all that shit. And that's basically paralleled Morph's role in Wolverine's life, how he was tagging along with Wolverine all the time.
Right, being a sidekick and shit like that. Because the thing is, when Wolverine was all brooded up and shit like that, and he was out of control like that, Morph thought that if I just, be me, maybe I can talk him out of being whatever he is.
Yeah.
And then he got stabbed.
Yeah.
It wasn't until he turned into Jean.
In Cyclops.
Right. That set him off, but yeah. But it wasn't until he turned into Jean where he actually kind of backed down a little bit. He was like, oh shit, he don't give a shit about me.
Yeah.
The only thing he cares about is Jean.
Yeah. And he kind of realized that at the end.
Yeah.
And he was even telling, Logan, yo, what the hell? That's kind of sad.
Right.
like you don't give a shit about anybody, And he had to realize, like, damn, I'm basically putting my life on the line. I thought this guy was my friend, and he don't give a shit about me.
Right.
So, it was kind of sad.
So I thought they're pretty. That's what I'm saying. It's a great character today. Also, I thought you were gonna give some nods to Alien and The Thing.
Oh yeah, well that's what the Brood was inspired by Alien. The xenomorphs. They were kind of a offshoot of that. Kind of inspired by that. They were like space bugs, just like the xenomorphs.
They were just xenomorphs. That's all they were.
Yeah, sans the whole bursting out of the chest, the whole. but yeah, they sort of shape shifted like The Thing, like John Carpenter's The Thing, and they look like xenomorphs in a way,
Yeah.
So I always thought that was cool, and that was definitely evident in this episode. The green blood and the slime and all that shit.
Or even Maverick saying "game over."
Oh yeah,
yeah, game over, Nick. Like he says it, so they wouldn't.
Yeah, that's right. He does say that. Yeah.
Matter of fact, I think also I feel like there was a little bit Predator in this also.
Okay.
Think about the movie opened up with a chopper with them bantering and stuff like
that.
Oh
yeah.
They had a basic bunch of mercenaries shit like that. Like that's Predator. And honestly, I feel like Wolverine was the Predator.
Okay.
Hunting them down and shit like that. Maybe I'm off base like that, but I thought it was like Alien, Predator, The Thing. That's what I got from it. So,
and the whole thing about especially in the second Alien movie, the company, sort of this corrupt corporation trying to, profits over lives and get the specimens.
That basically they were whaling Yutani.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see that also. And in fact, maybe this whole thing was alien. Maybe I'm overreaching thinking it's Predator. No, it's just alien. So they knew what they were doing.
But yeah, it was still cool. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a cool episode.
Cool. Also, I want to give a shout out to the one guy that was on it that got killed off, Garrison Kane.
Okay.
He debuted in X-Force #2. He was like a Deadpool villain. I remember him, but I didn't think much of him. I just thought he was just like a random henchman, shit like that. I was like, okay, fuck ever. So he never really stuck with me and like that. He was created by Rob Liefeld. So Rob Liefeld was like going crazy, shit like that. Oh, they put my guy, Garrison Kane, in there. So I was so happy when they killed him off, 2 seconds later. Hey, shout out to all the 5 Garrison Kane fans out there, but shit, yeah. Yes, all I got. Yeah, anything else we got to add to it? Or
no, I enjoyed it. I was pretty surprised. Like, oh shit, it's the Brood. Oh hell yeah! And then I got excited, and yeah, I enjoyed it. Yeah, it was cool.
Okay, all right. So move on to the next part of the podcast. What we got here? We got okay. We're gonna move to the video game section. We're not gonna talk about the game you think we're gonna talk about, Eli. Actually, I'm gonna throw a first-person shooter at you, and I want to see if you can guess which first-person shooter it is.
Fortnite.
Maybe. We're gonna throw it at there. I'm gonna just throw it to you. So I'm gonna give it to you, and you got a minute to figure it out. But here we go. Throw it in there. Bam. Got him. Okay. Oh, now we're getting better at this? Okay.
Bust his ass.
Y'all gonna get back up.
Look out, they running on you. You like it? You a sad motherfucker.
Okay, wait for it. There we go. Okay, can you guess what that was?
It looked like Call of Duty to me.
No.
Was it GTA or GTA?
Yeah.
Game? Was it?
Yeah, it's GTA.
Okay.
Yeah, GTA 5. I'm kind of preparing myself for GTA 6 to come out there like that. Most people don't play GTA 5 in first-person mode. That's the only way I play it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's the only way I play it. It's more immersive, if that makes any sense. So preparing myself for GTA 6 and like that. So yeah, that's all I want to do this for there. Eli, I know the game you want to talk about. Let's talk about it next week when I prepare for it.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we're gonna deep dive. We're gonna deep dive.
Oh shit.
Yeah. All right. So next part, we can talk about the next part of the podcast we're gonna go to. Okay. Like I said, it's comic book bullies. We're talking about comic books. We're gonna jump into it. And Eli, I'm gonna let you go first. What you got? So
oh yeah, what did I read? I forget what I'm reading.
You bought a bunch of shit. So
what did I read? Oh, Lobo.
Lobo #5. I can't believe this. What is this? Next Level? They're moving that fast.
Yeah. Let me pull it up. Yeah, Scotty Young writing, Jorge Corona on the art, which is very similar style to Scotty Young, that sort of over exaggerated cartoony.
So Scotty Young's not drawing this?
No, he's not drawing it. He's writing it though.
Oh, he's still writing it, but okay, all right.
Yeah. So yeah, this one basically Lobo had gotten hired by this mega corporation, entertainment corporation, about being on a reality show, being a bounty hunter. But then the corporation decides it would be a good idea for ratings to kill Lobo on screen on the show. So they put out a hit on him, basically like John Wick, hey, all big old bounty on Lobo. And so this issue, Lobo is fighting off all these space bounty hunters. First he fights off this alien chick who, he uses his cod piece. His skull cod piece has like a missile launcher in it or
Oh,
something.
like Sex Machine?
Like Sex Machine from Dusk Till Dawn. Yeah. And then these little tiny little alien bugs, like a big swarm, like a big swarm of alien bugs, little tiny like ants, alien ants show up, and they all got like thousands of they pull out, one of them pulls out a little mini like laser gun, and Lobo's like, what the hell are you gonna do with me that? You know, you ain't gonna do shit with me with one of them little tiny little laser pea shooters. And then they all pull out they like the thousands of them have and then and they basically blow his face off and shit. And then he's like, oh, you little bastaches. And then he throws a something through the window, and the airlock is there in space, and it, the airlock pulls all the little space bugs out into space. And then those celebrity bounty hunters, what are they called? Murder Mouth and Fisty Claws. They're like a parody of like, Deadpool and Wolverine and shit. They show up, and Lobo fucks them up. And they're like, oh man, what are you doing, man? I didn't sign up for this. I thought this was just, we're just gonna have a cool interaction, and I'm done. And they're like, what are you doing? Was this? He's like, wait a second, is this all being filmed? Like, you guys are trying to kill me while filming it? He's like, what the hell? You this. So then he goes to the CEO of the entertainment company, and he's like, yo, what gives? You basically, hired a bunch of people to kill me. That means I'm gonna have to kill you. But it's like, wait a second. I will make it worth your while if I hire you. So why? There's nothing you can. There's no way you can pay me that will, make me feel better than killing you right now. He's like, no, but wait a second. Then he pulls out a bunch of money. He said, now I need you to go find somebody, they're in hell or another level of hell. And it's basically, he has to go find the Tooth Fairy.
The Tooth Fairy?
The Tooth Fairy.
The Tooth Fairy.
The Tooth Fairy.
Okay.
And it shows the Tooth Fairy is some big giant alien thing. So that's where it says to be continued. But this just continues to be just dumb, stupid fun. Very over the top, chaotic violence. I feel like Scotty Young, this is right up Scotty Young's alley. If you ever read his I Hate Fairyland type of stuff. That sort of over exaggerated, chaotic.
I think he did Strange Academy. I think it was him.
Okay. I never read that.
It was pretty good. It was pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, but this is just very, very much, because Lobo is like a parody of those violent, brooding characters.
Which that's what Lobo is. A parody,
and that's what Lobo is. And he pretty much nails that tone down. Lobo is very much like a wisecracking barbarian, oaf. And just causing chaos and violence wherever he goes. And yeah, I think Scotty Young really nails the character. So this was a lot of fun. I'll give it a 4 out of 5. So yeah.
Nice. Okay. So the next book I'm going to do, I'll be honest with you, this is the first and last book I have.
Okay.
I only did one. I know some other books I could have got. I just ran out of time. I'm sorry. I did. But I had to do this one. This is Avengers Armageddon #2.
Oh, is this the Red Hulk?
The Red Hulk, yeah, the whole Red Hulk versus everybody and shit like that. So, or is it? That's the question. Yeah. So in the cover you have Red Hulk versus Iron Man, and we get into it and see what we got there. So spin that. And yeah, let's just get to it. Oh, and you see in the background, this shadowy figure, whoever he may or may not be. Yeah, so the book starts off with Red Hulk and his army of Hulks waging war on Symkaria, Silver Sables, whatever like that. And he's like, pour it on me, and his man's getting shot down. They're like, damn, what the fuck? So he's just like, don't worry, it's all part of the plan. And his men are getting like torn up. And then he looks up and he sees Ross, and it is the Avengers. So yeah. And God bless New America. So apparently he has some kind of future telling device that let him know everything that's about to happen. And this is going to plan exactly what's supposed to happen right now. So yeah, we go to basically the Russian prime minister is talking to the Secretary of Defense of America, trying to get them to join up. He like, nah, I don't feel like joining with y'all, but don't worry, if the Hulks come to us, we'll have an issue, we'll deal with it. And he gets off the phone with them, and he's talking to the Winter Guard. Now, for those who don't know who the Winter Guard is Russia's version of the Avengers. And on the left, you see Red Guardian. Yes, that Red Guardian. Or maybe not that Red Guardian. A Red Guardian. There's actually a bunch of Red Guardians. But he's like the most recent one. I think somebody got shot. I think Captain America shot him, something like that. Not the good Captain America, but like evil Captain America. But yeah. Oh, and Titanium Man, that's on the right. I think it's Crimson Dynamo. Crimson Dynamo. Yeah. Basically, Whiplash in Iron Man 2 was technically Crimson Dynamo, but not Crimson Dynamo. So yeah, and the other two are people from whatever. So yeah. Yeah, so you got the Avengers waging war on everybody, like fucking up. Bucky is on top of Red Hulk's shoulder, shooting him in the face. So yeah. Then you got David Colton, the new guy here, breaks the leg of one of the Hulks. And then Red Hulk is like, oh shit, is that Colton? Like, oh hell no, I'm getting the fuck up out of here. He knows Colton because he was Colton's commander officer at the time when Colton was Captain America. Basically, he's the one that made him run ops for him. So Colton just goes right for Red Hulk. He goes right for Ross because he remembers Ross. And the Avengers like, oh shit, we need to go after him. So yeah, you're taking him out of here, drops him down. And Red Hood's like, okay, nah, I can't do this. Whatever Colton was up to, he's stronger than me. I get the hell out of here. So he does a calculated tactic. He jumps out of there and he jumps to a populated area in Cornelia, whatever like that, 300,000 people. So he like, okay, I know it's calculated risk. These people might get in danger, but I know for a fact the Avengers are never going to attack a populated area. But Colton is not Avenger, so he doesn't care. He just attacks on him, destroys everything around him, and just going. And Wolverine's like, okay, we need to go get this guy. Colton's out of fucking control. So yeah. And then one of the Hulks are fighting him, and then he got hit with an EMP to the temple, which I don't care who you are, it's gonna take you out by Black Panther. And then you got Namor looking at, finally the king finally shows up, and he's like, man, shut the fuck up. So basically he's telling, so what happened is whatever's going on with these Hulks, they're not healing and they're dying off. They're like, okay, this isn't right. They're Hulks, they're supposed to heal up. So did Ross do this on purpose or whatever? Like whatever's going on like that. So yeah, so they're flying into that other city that Colton and Red Hulk are fighting in, and they're trying to like save civilians and shit like that. But yeah. So finally they find them fighting, and Colton's just beating the shit out of Red Hulk. He's just like, nah, I'm gonna get you back, Ross, for what you did to me. So yeah, so he knocks him down, and Colton just beating the shit out of Red Hulk. Bam, bam, bam. And then Bucky shows up like, okay, stop that shit. Because he beat Red Hulk so bad, he turned back into Ross. So he's about to lay the final blow on him right now and finish him off. And he's like that. And before he can do it, bam, he gets tackled by Iron Man. They're like, no, you can't do that. Like, he stopped. He's over. He need to stand trial for what he did. We not assassins. We don't take people out. That's not what we do. And he's just like, no, that's not what you do. And then he rips off his, I guess, arc reactor and his chest at the same time. So now Tony's just powerless. He can't do shit. So yeah, he was like, see, that's why y'all fucking up at. If you let Ross get away, he's gonna just do this to another city. That's what the problem with you Avengers the whole time. You're letting Ross live. You know what? I'm out. Fuck y'all. And he just takes off and just flies off, and that's it. Now they realize they got this super powerful Superman just flying off that they don't know what to do with. Meanwhile, they turn around to see what's going on. Ross is gone. Like, uh-oh. Like, damn it, And what happened is the the Winter Guard, teleported in, kidnapped them, took them hostage, and now he's on the boat with them. What does Russia plan to do with a Hulk? Probably nothing good, but we'll find out what that is later on. So yeah, so
they're not gonna make cookies. Come on.
Probably not. I doubt it. So yeah. So Reed and T'Challa are nerding up trying to figure out what's going on. Like, well, according to my calculations, I can't find Ross. He whatever like that. They're like, where Tony at? And Tony found Ross's base of what's in there, and he realized what was going on in there. So yeah, so he found basically like some kind of algorithm that lets him predict the future. You're like, and that's how Ross was a step ahead of them. So Tony's just like, well, shit, let me just download this for myself. and he's seeing the future of everything that's about to happen. And this future he sees, nuclear holocaust. Bam. Then that's the future. Everybody's future. So now Red Hulk may not be the bad guy of this story. Tony might be the bad guy of the story. Or Colton. Or whoever. I still don't know where we're going yet right now, but I know Chip Zdarsky's going to lead us to a direction somewhere. So, yeah. I'm still with it. We're still going on. The story hasn't solidified itself for me, but I'm pretty sure it will sooner or later. So, yeah. That's all I got. What you got next?
Alien Kingkiller, number 4.
Alien Kingkiller. Okay.
So, yeah, this is a new Alien story from Marvel. The Xenomorphs have infested a planet where
I do want to say this before you get started, because the Brood was made because they didn't have the copyright to the Xenomorphs, but now that they have the copyright to the Xenomorphs, X-Men just fight them. I know they already did, but
X-Men versus Alien versus Avengers was awesome.
Just put them in it, just like just put them in MCU or whatever. So
yeah.
I bet now that would be a movie, like X-Men versus Avengers movie. I mean, X-Men versus Aliens movie.
Yeah,
$1 billion easily. There you go, Marvel.
But this is very much kind of almost like taken from what that Alien Earth show was.
Yeah,
was as far as like alien and human hybrids. But anyways, also that was an Alien Resurrection. The Ripley clone who had alien DNA. Anyways, so there's this planet where this dude was making secret experiments on human and alien hybrids. And he created 3 children who, or was it 4? Yeah, there was 4 originally, who basically were alien human hybrids who were basically badass and indestructible. And, but then there was an alien infestation, and they basically each sibling kind of made their own city and called themselves the 3 Kings, except one of them who felt like the siblings, all the brothers and sister, were kind of becoming like the scientist who was like an asshole. So he decided, I don't want any part of this. So he went on exile, went out into the wastelands for years and just slaughtered aliens until he decided, I'm going to go back and kill the kings. So he goes back in issue 1, kills the first king, makes his way to the second king. And the guy's like, oh, whoa. Yeah, it's good that you killed that guy because he was an asshole. But I'm not an asshole. As you see, my city, we live in peace. So, there's no need to fight. I'm glad you're back. We're brothers, but if, as you can see, my city is all run in peace. Well, it turns out that brother was sacrificing people to the aliens. So it's like, you're an asshole. So they start fighting. And then the sister shows up. Hey, you're back, brother. You were in exile. And so everyone starts fighting. And then she's like, you guys need to cut the bullshit because we got bigger problems. I've received word off planet that Earth or the company are sending a squad of soldiers here, because they got word that there's stuff that they want here. It's like, well, what do they want? This is an infested. What can they want? This planet's infested with aliens. Why do they want to come here? It's like, what do you think? This was a scientific laboratory where they made alien human hybrids. They're coming for us, dumbass. So, okay. So they basically said, we got to prepare. So they go find a stronghold. While they're going there, one of them marine spacecrafts from the Aliens movie comes down, shoots them down. They land, and now they landed in, the infested city that's overrun with aliens and shit. And they're like, okay, here comes. Now they're surrounded by aliens, and now these space marines are showing up too, and then they get captured. They're right about.
Aren't they all Weyland-Yutani? Because he got a Weyland-Yutani thing on him.
Yeah. So they start fighting, but in the midst of fighting, they all faint. They all just drop. And then they all wake up and they're in some sort of warehouse facility. And they're like, what the hell happened? Well, it turns out that they have like a kill switch. And then the door opens and out pops the "Welcome, my children," and it's the scientist who created them, and he's in one of them mech suits, and then it says "to be continued." So, yeah, pretty cool. I mean, this is a pretty cool story. You know, it's kind of like Alien Earth, but with more action, basically.
Right. Just get to the point. You're right.
Yeah.
No Peter Pan analogies and no shit like that.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's cool. You know, I've been digging on it. So I'll give it a 4 out of 5.
Cool.
One more issue. Yeah, it's the next issue is the finale.
Cool. Like I said, that's all I got. I was gonna do Green Arrow. I didn't realize Green Arrow came out this week. Absolutely.
Really?
Green Arrow. Yeah.
Oh no shit. Yeah, you've been reading.
I've been on it, but I haven't been on it like I should have. I was like a week after, so I'll do it next week.
Okay.
Because I just ran out of time. I just couldn't get to it, but yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm booked out too, but I did read Infernal Hulk, which is basically a filler episode. Bruce Banner and Dr. Voodoo go to the basically hell or whatever, go inside that demon thing that holds all the demons because the Hulk or Bruce Banner is trying to get
before you finish. I saw a black YouTuber that is pissed off about this book.
Okay.
But I'm gonna let you finish.
About what?
I don't know. I'm gonna let you finish that.
Is Brother Voodoo the magical Negro? Because he literally is.
No, because they sacrificed him at the end of it. He was like something like he just
yeah. Yes. I thought that was fucked up.
Yeah, that's he pissed off about that. So
you know, yeah. So basically, they go to hell or whatever. They go inside this demon realm because the Hulk, Bruce Banner is trying to get the Hulk back. So in this, so the eldest, the god, ripped the Hulk from Banner, and then is now using the Hulk to take over and raise demons and basically hell on earth. And that's the Infernal Hulk. So Banner can't change into Hulk anymore. But he went to Brother Voodoo and said, "Hey, can you I need to become a Hulk again." Now, when I was in hell or whatever, back in issue whatever, this one demon took my flesh. So I need that back. Took the Hulk's flesh. So they go down to this demon realm and find the whatever demon that took the Hulk's flesh from it and is wearing the Hulk's flesh and says, "Yo, I need my Hulk flesh back," you know, and he says, "Well, you can't take it." He said, "Well, I'll have a bargain. We'll play this game. I can't. It's some kind of card game. There's some bargain game. You know, we'll play for it. You know, if you win, you get me, and you get to keep my flesh. If I win, I get my Hulk flesh back. If you win, you get to keep Brother Voodoo."
Yeah. So like that's fucked up. That's why he was so pissed off over there. He was like,
I was like, "Oh man, that's yeah." Yeah, I forgot about that. So that happened.
Yeah.
And then I read what else? G.I. Joe.
That came out?
Okay. Yeah, G.I. Joe, the doctor or crystal ball, the horror, the goat where they were fighting ghosts, but it turned out to be like illusions from Energon that Crystal Ball was using. And Zartan murders Crystal Ball. So they escape. Destro. Oh, we have a Destro and Baroness team up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because the Joes get captured, but you know the Baroness is fighting for G.I. Joe right now, and they sort of team up, and then you know Cobra was there, Destro was there with Cobra, and then Cobra agents get captured. So then you have two opposite teams, Destro and Baroness. They team up to blow up the facility and rescue their team members, and then they go their separate ways. But the Joes capture Crystal Ball and all the files, and they bring them back to the pit, the G.I. Joe headquarters, and Colonel Flag is interrogating Crystal Ball and is like, "I ain't telling you nothing," and then it is revealed that, it was actually revealed a while back that Zartan is disguised as Colonel Flag. So Colonel Flag takes off his face, and it's revealed it's Zartan. He's like, "Hey, you're Zartan. You work with the Dreadnoks." And then Zartan just slits Crystal Ball's throat right there.
Damn. Okay.
So yeah, that was pretty cool. That gets everyone gets a 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5 for that. 4 out of 5 for 4 out of 5 for G.I. Joe. The Hulk was that was more of a filler episode. That's why I didn't talk about it, because it was just them going. It's the let's go to hell and do something shit and find some. We've seen it done and the Swamp Thing, let's go to the demon world and get some magical whatever the fuck.
Right.
So that's what it felt like. X-Men did it with Storm, did it with Magneto, and Forge did it. Didn't Forge do it?
They
for
do
Storm?
it in the Odyssey.
Oh, the Odyssey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go down. Let's go to the underworld and do whatever. Hades or whatever. Yeah, they go to Hades.
Yeah, go to Hades. Yeah.
Yeah, that they did that in Infernal Hulk. The one, the Green Door, and all that. Shit. Batman did it, and didn't Batman and Wonder Woman do it? And absolutely.
Captain America is doing it in his book right now. He went to remember that whole Dr. Doom, and Dr. Doom's dead now.
Okay.
So now Captain America is dead, and now his book is him fighting Dr. Doom in hell.
Sit fucking Eddie Brock in the King in Black or whatever, the Null. What he had to do that shit.
He had to fight his way out of hell, right?
Yeah, that's basically shit. Conan did that when Jason Aaron's Conan run.
Right.
Yeah, so it's like that. That's why I didn't talk about. I wasn't going to review Infernal Hulk, but
it's a trope at this point.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, oh, that shit again, and it was just a filler, And I just felt like the G.I. Joe sort of. Yeah, maybe I didn't like it as much. I mean, it was a cool reveal, but it was like kind of this was supposed to be the horror story arc, and it was just kind of okay. They just blow up the place and turn off the ghosts. The ghosts were just simulations,
right?
Just so I was so there. Maybe I'll bump those down to 3 to 5, 3 out of 5. But yeah, that's all I read.
Okay, cool. Yeah, like I said, if you listen this long, different like, share, subscribe. I didn't even do the thing. Man, I was all out of whack this time. Where's the thing? Bam. There you go. Get in there. Listen this long, there's like, share, subscribe if you've been here. You're crazy and mad just like us. If you want to just hear what crazy stuff we talk about. Shout out to the mob. Mob wanted us to do longer episodes. So hey, we gave it to you.
Longer episode. Well,
he said we've been too short. So
really?
yeah.
This is one of our shorter episodes.
Is it? Okay.
115?
Oh, it is. Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, Mom.
Next week we got you.
Oh, I would like to give a shout out to Izzy. He's my nephew, Isaiah. He was part of the Geek Sav crew. Mm-hmm. He won his first pro boxing match last night.
Nice.
Yeah, not TKO in the 4th round.
Okay.
His pro boxing match. He at 43 years old, he made his pro boxing debut last night.
Well, there you go. Okay.
He's been fighting MMA and jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai for years, but he tried boxing out and he won his first fight. So, shout out to him. I'd like to congratulate him. He's been busting ass, not eating and training like a madman for the past couple months. The fight camp. So he's been busting ass and, the hard work paid off. So shout out to Izzy.
Yeah, shout out to him. Also, good segue. Shout out to you, Eli.
Yeah?
Yeah. Last episode was one of our best episodes we've done, as far as watch time in 6 months.
Really?
I talked to GPT or GPT talked to me. They said because the internet hungers for Kung Fu content.
Oh,
okay.
Did they call me a Kung Fu expert?
They did. They did call you expert, in your expertise.
Oh, because I remember it called me a Star Wars expert.
Right.
And I don't know about that, but okay. Well, hopefully, yeah. Don't call me a Kung Fu expert because I don't know Kung Fu. Don't think I know how to fight.
AI calls you Kung Fu. Doombot calls you a Kung Fu expert. You're a Kung Fu expert. Sorry.
Yeah, a Kung Fu movie expert, maybe.
So now people are going to show.
I don't know how to Kung Fu fight.
I heard you do Kung Fu.
Yeah. Maybe your snake style can counter my 5-element fist.
Everybody just get the fuck up out of the room. Just leave y'all. All right. Well, anyway, we got this. Next week, we'll come up with something. I don't know what's coming out next week. We'll just talk about something tonight. Hopefully, nothing comes out. So me and Eli can talk about that thing we didn't talk about this week, but really want to talk about next week.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, Mob, if we were to talk about that shit, it would have been longer.
It would have been longer, but we're going to
add an extra 20 minutes. Yeah, it would have been
that way I can get some footage, all that stuff like that. So yeah. Until then, this is Leroy.
This is Eli.
We'll talk to you guys next week. Same bullet time, same bullet channel.